Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of DCW Universe Mode here on the WRESTLEDUDE YouTube channel as we are gearing up for tonight's massive title match main event. The Undertaker defends the DCW World Heavyweight Championship against the Freak Lars Sullivan. What an epic title. Freak versus Phenom for the DCW World title. But also here tonight, we are kicking off the show with this one. It is a rivalry renewed. Well, not really a rivalry, but a rematch of a seemingly brewing rivalry between Rosemary, the DCW Women's Champion, and the woman she defeated for that championship many months ago, Asuka. Asuka apparently confronted by Rosemary after her last matchup, and Rosemary saying that the Shadow has deemed that they must do battle once more. So that is our main matchup here to kick off the show. The DCW Women's Champion Rosemary versus the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, sporting a new look here on DCW. Hopefully this new look might help her win this matchup here tonight against the Demon Assassin. Now both women, trying to lock up, and Asuka trying to keep heavy on the Demon Assassin. You know, Rosemary is going to try and look for some upper hands in this matchup, much like she did in the title matchup originally with Asuka when she used the poison mist to her advantage. But now here tonight, our referee trying to keep a close eye on things. But you know, Asuka trying to keep that in the back of her mind. Now Rosemary sending the Empress of Tomorrow outside the ring, trying to get some time to recuperate, try and come up with a game plan. I mean, then again, she has seemingly had an entire week to come up with a game plan to put down Asuka. I mean, how much more time do you need? But here on the outside, there's a lot of bric-a-brac that can cause injury. You get sent into steel steps, you get sent into the barricade, you get sent into one of those ring posts. I mean, heck, even getting dropped on the apron can be very brutal on the body. And there you see Asuka sent into the barricade and now sent back inside the ring. Rosemary, she has not really made a lot of friends here in DCW. She's made an enemy out of Asuka. She's made an enemy out of Bianca Belaire, who we saw her defeat at Dead Man Walking. We still haven't seen Bianca Belaire come back ever since Rosemary used that mysterious book on her. Asuka misses with the running hip attack. And a beautiful suplex cover. And somehow, Asuka able to get the foot on the ropes. And like I said, Rosemary hasn't made a lot of friends here in DCW. One of those big ones being Candice LeRae. And Rosemary didn't realize Asuka kicked back up to her feet. The Empress of Tomorrow coming back into it with a super kick. And you know, Candice LeRae has a lot of problems with Rosemary, especially following that Battle Royal, the #1 contenders Battle Royal, where Rosemary basically cost Candice LeRae the matchup. It seemed like she had things well at hand until she cost her the matchup. Mia Yim won, and then Rosemary went on to retain the championship against Mia Yim inside the steel cage. But it looks like her chances here tonight against Asuka may be withering out. Asuka into the cover after the running hip attack. And a kick out by Rosemary. And the women's champion, she's going to have to come back into this somehow, some way. I'm going to crawl back up to a vertical base. Asuka blocked the kick by Rosemary. Or Rosemary blocked the kick by Asuka, I should say. Rosemary looking for a German. Asuka, great counter. Looking for a backslide. Trying a different strategy. Trying to sneak the win. But still not enough. Both women staring eye to eye, face to face. Both of these women known for using the poison mist in their careers. Rosemary, though, using it more often here in DCW. But Asuka, I mean, she can bust it out if she wants to. Turnabout is fair play here in DCW. Rosemary again, taking down Asuka. Now into the cover. And Asuka again able to kick out. Rosemary looking a little angered by the fact that she wasn't able to put away Asuka. What the heck? Well, why did you hit the ref? Did you really think a kick to the back was going to get you a 3 count or even a 2 count? Asuka blocking it. Asuka with a brutal strike to Rosemary cover. Wow. If the referee was up, that would have been a 3 count. Asuka angered that the referee isn't back to his feet. Asuka trying to get the referee's attention. No! Instead, she suplexes him. I guess she was angry that the referee didn't get back to his feet in time. And now Rosemary's taking advantage. This match is completely broken down. And now Rosemary... Oh, come on. More underhanded tactics by the women's champion, picking up the championship and sending it off the head of Asuka. Oh, and now the referee decides to get back to his feet. What is wrong with the officials? We gotta hire better people. Rosemary with a title shot off the head of Asuka, and now hooking her for the Red Wedding. Cover on Asuka. And once again, Rosemary outsmarts the Empress of Tomorrow and puts her down with the Red Wedding. Thanks to more incapable refereeing by our officials. I mean, then again, you can't really blame them too much. Rosemary and Asuka beat them down, first with the forearm and then the suplex. Asuka nearly had the victory here, especially with that big open palm strike. That looked like it completely knocked out Rosemary. But not long enough for the referee to get back to her feet. Yeah, Rosemary thought she was going to get a 3 count off the kick. And then when it was only like a 1 count, yeah, a 1 count, she punched the referee. Asuka hits her with this strike, nearly gets the 3 count, but then in the end, Rosemary comes back with the championship off the head, and then the Red Wedding, and the DCW Women's Champion picks up the win here tonight to kick us off on DCW. She's been a very interesting champion as of late, especially ever since, I guess, coming to DCW. But the question lies, what will be the next challenge for our DCW Women's Champion Rosemary? Who is going to step up and try and challenge the Demon Assassin? Oh, wait a minute. And it doesn't look like Rosemary's done with Asuka. Come on, the match is already over. You already cheated to win. Uh-oh. Oh no, Rosemary with the steel chair. Oh, wait a minute, Candice LeRae! Sporting some new hair. Candice LeRae coming out and saving Asuka. Yep, you knew Candice LeRae was going to try and get vengeance against Rosemary. It seems like these two may be on a collision course for the DCW Women's Championship, and Rosemary is hightailing it out of the DCW arena. Well, it seems like the Undisputed Era have a new game plan to take over the title picture yet again. And it seems like next week they'll start to get their chance because it's the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole saying that Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish will defeat the New Day and then go on to regain the Tag Team Championships. We'll see if that prophecy starts off next week when these two teams go 2v2. But also next week, we saw at the beginning of the show Candice LeRae coming out and saving Asuka from the DCW Women's Champion Rosemary. Well, Rosemary has a proposal for Candice LeRae. She will announce that on next week's episode, so stay tuned for that. Episode number 39. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe with the notification bell turned on, so that way you guys can see as soon as that episode goes up on the YouTube channel. It's going to be a very interesting episode next week, especially when we consider who's going to be the DCW World Heavyweight Champion, because our main event is right here, right now, The Freak versus the Phenom. Lars Sullivan versus The Undertaker for the DCW World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be an incredible big man fight, and I cannot wait to see who comes out as the DCW World Champion. And there you see the beautiful championship on the screen. Lars Sullivan making his presence known, attacking Johnny Gargano a number of episodes ago, defeating Johnny Gargano in a number 1 contenders match, though thanks to the help of Adam Cole. Nevertheless, he stands here just a few feet away from a true legend, The Undertaker. Never would I have thought that these two would go one-on-one. Oh my god, Lars Sullivan launching The Undertaker up into a power slam. Never did I think that The Undertaker would go one-on-one with Lars Sullivan. I mean, never did I think that The Undertaker would hold a world championship again. But I mean, I'm happy to be wrong, but... oh, Lars Sullivan completely destroying The Undertaker early on in this matchup. Jeez, I was not expecting this amount of ferocity from the freak Lars Sullivan. Clubbing The Undertaker into the corner, and now the Dead Man, the best pure striker in DCW, in WWE, in pro wrestling history. Brutal strikes on the freak in the corner, follows it up with a big knee. And this is going to be a very interesting contest here for The Undertaker. He's got to try and figure out how to break down the much younger Lars Sullivan. Ooh, and now Sullivan back on the attack, knocking the Dead Man out to the floor. And like I said earlier, there's a lot of dangerous territory out here, and now Lars Sullivan clubbing blows on the head of The Undertaker. Uh-oh. Oh, and fireman's carry trying to get him back in the ring. Undertaker, ooh, able to counter. Now he has Lars Sullivan by the neck. I would say by the hair, but the only hair Lars Sullivan has is on his chin. Uh-oh. And now Lars in position for vintage Undertaker. The leg drop across the apron. And now the action spilling back inside the ring. DCW World title on the line here. Could you imagine this? Lars Sullivan this early on in his career not only winning the DCW World Heavyweight Championship, but doing it by defeating a legend like The Undertaker. That could be incredible for Lars Sullivan's career. And Lars trying to take out the knee of The Undertaker. You take out one of The Undertaker's biggest moves in his arsenal, the Tombstone Pile Driver. Ooh. And again, it seems like every time The Undertaker comes up with a little bit of momentum, Lars Sullivan completely shuts him down. Just like you saw there with that massive Beal throw. Oh, look for another one. Oh, Undertaker. Oh, raking the eyes a little bit. I mean, normally in a matchup, the official would be yelling at the superstar to stop breaking the rules. But, I mean, if I'm the official, I'm not getting in the way, of The Undertaker. And Undertaker just tried to big boot Lars Sullivan, and Sullivan just completely no-sold it. And now The Undertaker having to continue dropping bombs and strikes on the head of the freak. Oh, and Undertaker looking for snake eyes. Lars Sullivan counters out, Russian leg sweep. And now The Undertaker having to pull himself up, utilizing the ropes. And now Sullivan clotheslining The Undertaker out of the ring and down onto the floor. Uh-oh. Oh, and Lars Sullivan diving off the top rope with a huge fist drop to the Phenom. And The Undertaker in a bad way, and Lars Sullivan making sure it's an even worse way, lifting him up into a powerbomb and powerbombing him onto the desk of the announcer's table. And guys, I don't want to jinx it, but if an onslaught like this continues, I think we may have a new champion here tonight. The Undertaker has hardly gotten any offense in this matchup. Lars Sullivan is completely dismantling Undertaker. And now Lars climbing up to the top rope. The Undertaker trying to get back to his feet and stops the freak. Oh, with a massive choke slam from off the top rope. And now Undertaker into the pin for the victory. No, not enough. Not enough to put down Lars Sullivan. A brutal looking chokeslam. And look at this. Lars is already back up to his feet. That's insane to think. Lars Sullivan continuing the attack on The Undertaker. Big clubbing strike. But The Undertaker's still standing. Oh, and another one. But the Dead Man won't go down. Again off the ropes. Oh, Undertaker. Great counter. Coming off the ropes, big leaping clothesline, another vintage move of The Undertaker. And now Undertaker lining him up for a massive chokeslam again. Ooh, Lars Sullivan, great counter, clubbing blow to the back of the head. And now Sullivan, Luthez press. Ooh, you see a lot of people compare Lars Sullivan to one of the great wrestlers of the past. I mean, he seems to be in a league of his own. But The Undertaker doesn't care, sitting up, And Lars Sullivan, oh, is now feeling the wrath of the dead man. Here we go. Snake Eyes coming off the ropes. Big boot kicks. You know what's coming next? Follows it up. Leg drop combination. Beautiful comeback moment by The Undertaker. And now again, looking for the choke slam, and he hits it this time. The height on that choke slam. Cover again on Sullivan. Oh, it's still not enough. Jeez. Well, somehow, some way, he found a way to put down Lars Sullivan, but now the problem is you got to figure out how to put him down, and this may be it. The sign of disaster by The Undertaker. Oh, Lars Sullivan, great counter. Taken over. Oh, the dead man, and now repeated blows to The Undertaker, putting him down. Now Sullivan on the middle rope. What's he looking for here? Oh, big splash on The Undertaker. Oh my god! Oh my god! He just picked up The Undertaker with one hand. That is freakish strength. I mean, I guess it's in a name. Oh, The Undertaker with a clubbing shot to Lars Sullivan, knocking the freak over the top rope. Uh-oh. I think we know what's coming next. Oh, the big dive from The Undertaker, taking down the freak on the outside. Look at the height on that. He's lucky Lars didn't move out of the way. Otherwise, not only would we have seen a new world champion, I think we may have seen the last of The Undertaker inside a ring. The Undertaker putting everything on the line here. Tossing Lars Sullivan back inside the ring after a massive dive like that. And now The Undertaker straps her down. It's serious time. It may be game over. Rest in peace, Lars Sullivan? Question mark. Oh, Lars Sullivan able to counter out of the tombstone again. Oh, Lars has him hooked. Oh, freak accident in the corner. And Undertaker's head bouncing off that top turnbuckle and the bottom ropes. A freak accident in the corner. This could be it. Lars dragging him back towards the center of the ring, trying to keep him away from a possible rope break. Here we go. A new champion? No! Oh my god, The Undertaker just kicked out at 1. He just kicked out of a freak accident at 1. And Lars Sullivan is irate. I am shocked. The Undertaker just kicked out of Lars Sullivan's finishing move at 1. And now Lars. Oh, putting him down with a powerbomb. And Sullivan just trying to inflict more damage on the dead man. And once again, lifting him up. Another powerbomb. Sullivan is irate. Oh, look at this. Lifting him up. And a deadlifting powerbomb. Oh my god, The Undertaker. He may be fading. Lars again trying to lock in a... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Get the camera back on him. He just countered it. He countered. The Undertaker countering the powerbomb into the Hell's Gate. We've seen him take down many a man of many different sizes with this move. Can he do it with Lars Sullivan? Sullivan is trapped. He's trapped. Can he get out? Oh, he's fighting. Oh no! The Undertaker! The Undertaker making Lars Sullivan tap out to the Hell's Gate submission. The Undertaker retains the World Championship over Lars Sullivan. But might I say, I think he just barely made it out of that matchup. Lars Sullivan had him dead to rights, not only with the freak accident, but with those multiple power bombs. But The Undertaker had the wherewithal, had the smarts to lock in that Hell's Gate submission and put down Lars Sullivan for good. Lars Sullivan went through a lot in this matchup, nearly beat a legend, The Undertaker, but in the end, Lars Sullivan will rest in peace. The Undertaker with another successful title defense here tonight on DCW. Who is going to be next to challenge the DCW World Champion? Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is going on? Where are the lights? Lights? What? Oh my god. The Fiend in the same ring with The Undertaker. Oh my god. just like that, he's gone. Well, folks, I think we've finally found out who the Undertaker's next challenge will be. And I think the Undertaker is now on a collision course with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.